Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is orientation part 2. And where we left off last was what happens now. I've created my online portfolio. I've created my profile, if you will. I've signed off on my contract electronically. So what do I do now? Well, once you have, one thing I didn't mention when we were talking about in the last episode, in the last segment, make sure that you double check your typing when you are typing in your name or sizes. If you make a typo, somehow the template is just grabbed and it goes right straight onto the website. So just if there's any typos, it's going to be your fault. So just be careful that you don't make any typos. Okay. So what happens now? Your email address that you used when you filled out your form for your profile, okay? That form that we just went through where you paid your $150 for the subscription for the year, all right? The email address that you used for that form and typed into that form is the email address that we're going to use to send out casting notices. So time for a share screen. All right, this is a casting notice. I told you I do one of these orientation videos once a year. And today is the Tuesday after Labor Day, September 23rd. This is that form that I showed you on our last one. Just remember, whatever you enter here goes directly to the website. Okay. Once you have created your online portfolio and you've signed off on your agreement, here you go. You start getting, drum roll, you get the private castings with rates and instructions that nobody else gets. You start getting castings just for people that are signed to Halo. Now, a lot of you coming on board probably at some point came to an open call, or maybe you filled out something on our website. So you've been getting some promotional emails, but you're not getting the juicy stuff. And this is the juicy stuff. Don't mind this up here. Once again, I'm just showing you guys some of the platforms that we use to contact everybody. All right. So if there's, 200 some people in the agency and there's only 3 of us working, the fastest thing to do is to send out an email. So as soon as you sign up, you need to understand that you probably, your first email from us may go to your spam box. Trying to keep you guys engaged a little here. So as soon as you sign up and your email is connected to our casting database, you will start receiving casting emails. And this is what they look like. All right, this one is from Thursday of last week. This was the Thursday before Labor Day weekend. All right, so why is it this moving? Here we go. So we give you some bullet points because, there's a lot in the emails, and a lot of times we understand that maybe you didn't get it. And then if we send out 2 in a day, or if we send out 1 on Monday and you don't check your email till Tuesday, but we sent 1 on Tuesday. So we try to just, double up on ourselves every other email or so here. All right. So these are kind of bullet points of what's in this email. Choice Hotels, Sleep In, Baby Stroller Car Seat Company, blah, blah, blah. All right. So I need to teach you how to read breakdowns. All right. The Choice Hotel, which Choice is like a Marriott or a Hilton. They have a bunch of different, I think Sleep In is one, Country Inn and Suites is one. I don't know all of them, but they have a shoot coming up in here pretty soon, September 10th. In Charleston, you see where it says casting self-tape? Remember when we were looking at those portfolio pages, you saw that Jay and Jesse had a video of themselves. So that's why we've got to get a personality tape, because we let the client see that. They like to see photos, but they also want to see your personality. Okay, and then the kids rate, this is 1,000 minus 20%. That agency fee is your 20% commission, the agency commission. The adult rate, 1,500 minus the 20% agency commission. So kids will make 800 while the agency makes 400 on the kid. That means that we will invoice $120 and then the child will get a check for $800. All right, now here's how you read breakdowns. Any ethnicity or possibly mixed ethnicity, Hispanic males, 40 to 50 years old. Okay. So any ethnicity, that means anybody. Next one. And all right, so what do you see here? You have your ethnicity, you have your gender, and you have your age. Okay. So ethnicity, gender, and age, that's how breakdowns come. And the reason that I want to teach you how to read breakdowns is because this is how we're going to communicate with you. And I want you to understand how to be self-sufficient and read a breakdown and understand, oh, okay, this one's not for me. So what we just saw were males in their 40s. All right. So if you're a female in your 20s, this one isn't for you. That doesn't mean you're not a good model or actor. It just means that for whatever reason, in this particular commercial, they want this age range. Again, that's what I told you, when we receive the castings and the breakdowns, they've already told us what they want. All right, here we go. Okay, and in every email will tell you next step. So if you fit the age and gender breakdown and you're available to shoot in Charleston on September 10th, please contact us for filming instructions. We've been getting on everybody about making sure they have a personality video on their page. So we're still pushing for everybody to get one. It's now mandatory, but it just started in July. All right. You're going to have to learn how to do a self-tape, and we'll cover that later. Okay, here's another one. Baby stroller car seat company casting, families of all ages. Look at all of these roles. Role 1, and see any ethnicity. So ethnicity, age, and gender. One baby, it doesn't say male or female, 4 to 6 months in age, plus one mom, okay? That's another role just like it. And then you go down here, this gets so confusing. A family, one mom, one dad with 2 babies. One baby is 6 to 12 months, possibly twins. So, or 2 babies, 6 to 12 months, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 people for that role there. Okay. Next step, if your family fits the roles above, use the link below to fill out a casting application. So look, we put this link right in there where you will go. And this kind of casting form doesn't happen often. It's just because there are so many roles that we had to do something to keep the submission process very organized. But for the most part, you're not going to have to fill out casting forms. Okay, and here's another one, Charleston Luxury Hotel. So up here we had Choice Hotel, which is a sleep-in or a country inn and suites, but this one down here is a different one. And it's Charleston Luxury Hotel casting couples and families. All right, dads age 40s, any ethnicity. Okay, casting, let me start up here. Casting couples in their 40s, males and females, real couples preferred. If they don't find a real couple, what they will do is go over here and grab Carrie, this guy, and place him with, sorry, if they were looking for grandkids, here you go. And maybe place Carrie with Jesse. So they want real families if they can get them. If they can't, they will have to place families together. And that means children have to learn how to work with adults that are not mom and dad. Here's another one. This is an LA talent manager coming to Halo to scout. They book directly from New York and LA offices. And these are SAG agencies, young people for Hulu and Netflix films. They're specifically looking for people that can shoot around the Southeast that are more located out here than all of the actors from LA. So she's going to be accepting self-tape submission auditions. There you go. Okay, so those were just the few castings that we sent out on Thursday of last week. Remember, Savannah is a secondary market. You're not going to get castings every day. Be realistic in your expectations. Okay, and then what we'll do is, if we were to go back and show you a casting for this, it was an underwear casting, and here's the final product. So back in February, we cast, this is Monica and this is Sheridan. You can see them on our website. for this shoot. And so when we start seeing like the product, the commercial is there or whatever, we'll post, hey, by the way, this is Monica and Sheridan for that underwear casting. Look, it's finally out. In my last video to you in part 1, I was uploading pictures of Jay when I was just showing you an example. And those were photos from a national campaign that he did for Outdoor Sportsman Warehouse. So we'll show you in the email, once we get the results or the finished product, if you will. Like right now, we're waiting on a big shoot from the chamber, the City of Savannah Chamber of Commerce, that we booked 14 or 16 different people for this shoot. So it's a big shoot. We're waiting to see the final product. And when we see it, we'll let everybody know. So in your casting emails, one, you need to learn how to read the breakdown. If the casting is for an African-American man, 45 to 50, that's my age range, but I'm not a man and I'm not African-American. So you just have to read the breakdown. And then if you fit it, respond to the next step instructions. Okay. If you're not in the breakdown, that's okay. Just it is what it is. You'll see that we have so many different types of clients that they look for, from yard equipment to real estate companies and neighborhoods, like gated communities that want families and kids to ride their bike and, skateboard, and they shoot that at, if you're in Savannah, think about Southbridge, in which we did a photo shoot for Southbridge and a commercial for them. So learn to read the breakdown, learn to read your next step and respond accordingly. And then you got to learn how to make that 30-second personality tape, which we'll go into that later. All right. So this is end of part 2. What happens if you're selected? We're doing that next.